Hello everyone, welcome to Premier Math. Today I am to solve IBACIO previous year questions. IBACIO means Intelligence Bureau Assistant Central Intelligence Officer. 2000 vacancies are reported in this year notification. The notification is attached in this description box. Please read it from there. The selection process involved Tier 1, Tier 2 and interview. Tier 1 involved 5 sessions. Each sessions carry 20 marks, total 100 marks. These 5 sessions are General Awareness, Quantitative Aptitude, Reasoning, General Studies and English. And there is also 1/4 negative marking for each wrong answer. So in this sessions, we will be solving quantitative aptitude and numerical.
Here in the first question it says, this system of equation has no solution if k equal to 14/3. Reason state it has no solution if a by d equal to b by e, that not equal to c by f. We already know to have no solution a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, that should not be equal to c1 by c2. Here a1 a2 are 9 by 7 and b1 b2 are 6 and k, and here c1 c2 are 11 and 9. Now if this is correct, then system of equation has no solution. So let's check with first two. So equate 9 by 7 equal to 6 by k. Here 3 goes 2 times in 6, 3 goes 3 times in 9. So from this k value is equal to 14 by 3. That is, if k is 14 by 3, then system of equation satisfied. That is, if k is equal to 14 by 3, then system of equation has no solution, which means here assertion statement is correct and reason statement is correct. Reason is correct explanation of a. So option 1 is your answer. If a1 is 19 times more than a2, then a2 is what percentage less than a1? So here required percentage. In our required percentage, a1 is our denominator. First we have to find out relation between a2 and a1. Here a1 is 19 times more than a2. That is, a1 is a2 plus 19 times a2. This is more than a2. More than a2 means a2 plus 19 times a2. a1 is equal to a2 plus 19 times a2 means 20 a2. So here a1 become 20 a2. Our question is a2 is what percentage less than 20 a2. So difference between a2 and 20 a2 is equal to 19 a2. That is in our numerator, and here after less than it is a1. a1 is equal to 20 a2. That become our denominator. So if you convert it into percentage, here a2 cancel, 20 goes 5 times in 100, 19 into 5 is equal to 50 plus 45, 95%. Option 2 is your answer. The average age of group of 13 men is 55 years. 2 men leave the group and average age of group increases by 1 year. What is the average age of 2 men who left the group? Here 13 men average is equal to 55 years. And when 2 men leave, number of people become 11. And average of this 11 people increases by 1 year. That is 55 plus 1, 56 years. Now we have to find out the average of the 2 people who left the group. Here we are not taking the total average of 13 people. We are taking the average of 2 men who left the group. That is 13 minus 11 is 2. Now take the common average, which is 55. That is 56. I can write it as 55 plus 1. Now this plus 1 increment in average is for this 11 people. So extra sum is equal to 1 into 11, 11. Now this extra sum we should distribute it to the 2 people. And here we have to subtract this distribution from this common average, because we are not taking the total average of 13 people. We are taking the average of 2 people. That is, here 13 minus 11 is equal to 2. So we have to subtract this distribution from this common average. If we are taking the total average of 13 people, you have to add this distribution, but here you have to subtract this distribution. So this is equal to 55 minus 5.5, which is 49.5. Option 4 is your answer. Here, identify which of the statement are sufficient to answer the question. Question is, what is the total expense when hostel has 189 occupants? Statement says total expense of the hostel consists of 2 parts. One varies directly with the number of occupants and other is fixed. Here, statements are given and its statement says expense of 150 occupants 240 occupants and 200 occupants. So with this three statement, we can form three equations. But we only need two equations to find the expense of 189 occupants. That is either with 1 and 2 or with 2 and 3 or with 1 and 3, we can find the answer. So here option 4 is our correct answer. That is either with 1 and 2 or with 1 and 3 we can form. We don't need all these three statements to find the answer. So here option 1 also eliminated because option 4 is the correct answer. If x plus y plus z is 10, x square plus y square plus z square is 80, then what is the value for xy plus 4yz plus 4zx? Here, x plus y plus z the whole square formula is equal to x square plus y square plus z square plus 2 times xy plus yz plus zx. Now, if you substitute the value, you can find the value of 2 times xy, yz, zx. So here difference between these two is equal to 10 square minus, here this is equal to 80. 10 square minus 80 is equal to 100 minus 80, 20, which means 2 times xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 20. Then 4 times this one is equal to 2 into 20, 40. Option 3 is your answer. In a class, ratio of number of boys to that of girls is 3 is to 5. Number of students who pass to that of failed is 7 is to 3. Among boys, number of those who pass to those who failed in the ratio 2 is to 1. Among girls, what is the ratio of number of girls who pass to that of failed? Here, boys to girls ratio is equal to 3 is to 5. Total 8 pass. Now, pass students to failed student ratio is equal to 7 is to 3. Total 10 part. But we already know boys plus girls is same as pass student plus fail students. But here 8 part is not equal to 10 part. So take the LCM of 8 and 10, which is equal to 40. Now multiply first ratio. 8 goes 5 times in 40. So multiply it with 5. And here 10 goes 4 times in 40. So multiply second ratio with 4. Now first ratio will become 15 is to 25. Second ratio will become 28 is to 12. That is, we equalize the number of students as 40 here. Now, among boys, pass to fail ratio is equal to 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1 is the ratio. 2 plus 1, 3 part is total 15 boys. So 1 part is equal to 5. 1 part 5 means 2 part here is equal to 10 and this is 5. So 10 is to 5. And total passed students are 28, out of which 10 are boys means remaining passed are girls. That is 28 minus 10, 18 are girls. And here total failed students are 12, out of which 5 are boys. Then remaining 7 are girls. So 18 is to 7 is the ratio. Option 3 is your answer. Among girls, pass to fail ratio is equal to 18 is to 7. Which of the following statement are correct? A number is divisible by 125 if the last three digits of the number form a number that is divisible by 5 cube. 5 cube is 125. So this can be correct. Let's check other two as well. If a number is divisible by two numbers, then it is divisible by the product of the two numbers. That is wrong because let us take an example. 12 was this number. Now, 12 is divisible by 2. 12 is also divisible by 4. But 12 is not divisible by product of these 2 into 4, 8. 12 is not divisible by 8. So option B is incorrect. Statement B is incorrect. A number is divisible by 36 if the number is divisible by 4, 6 and 12. That is also wrong. When a number is divisible by 36, here take the factors. 9 into 4 is 36, which means this number is also divisible by 9 and 4. Other factors are 12 and 3. This number is also divisible by 12 and 3. Other factors are 6 into 6 is 36. So this number is also divisible by 6. Other factors is 18 into 2. This number is also divisible by 18 and 2. So here option statement C is also wrong, which means here statement A is solely correct. Option 2 is our answer. The cost of a motorbike is 75% less than cost of a car. The cost of a car decreases by 25% and that of motorbike increases by 40%. Two statements are given. Which of the above statement is or are correct? Here consider cost of a car as 100 rupees. Then cost of motorbike is 75% less than 100 means cost of motorbike is 25 rupees. And here cost of car decreases by 25%. So 25% decrement from 100 means 100 minus 25, 75 rupees is the cost of new car. And cost of motorbike increases by 40%. So 40% increment from 25 means 10% of 25 is 2.5. Then 40% is 4 into 2.5, 10. So 10 increment from 25 means 35 is the cost of new motorbike. Statements are new cost of a motorbike, which is 35, is 53 and 1 by 3 percentage less than new cost of car, which is 75. So here 35 is 53 and 1 by 3 percentage and less than 75. That is our statement. So take the difference. Difference is equal to 40. Now 40 is how much percentage of 75? If it is 53 and 1 by 3 percentage, then statement 1 is correct. 25 goes 3 times in 75, 4 times in 100. 160 by 3 means 53 and 1 by 3 percentage. So statement 1 is right. Now statement 2 means total new cost of one car and two motorbike. Two motorbike 70, 70 plus 75, 145. 145 is 3 and 1 by 3 percentage more than total initial cost. Total initial cost is 125. Here 145 is 3 and 1 by 3 percentage more than 125. This is the second statement, but this is incorrect because 10 percentage of 125 is equal to 12.5. Here difference is 20. 20 is greater than 12.5, which means it should be in place of 3 and 1 by 3 percentage, it should be greater than 10 percentage. So statement 2 is incorrect. So here option 3 is our answer. Only statement 1 is correct. Now, if you want how to find the proper percentage in statement 2, here 20 is how much percentage of 125? This is 16 percentage. That is, instead of 3 and 1 by 3 percentage, it should be 16 percentage. Pipe A and B can fill a tank in 6 hours and 15 hours respectively. Pipe C is a drain pipe. When all the three pipes are open together for 6 hours, then 65% of tank is filled. Initially, pipe A and C are open together for 8 hours and then C is closed and B open. Pipe A and B together will fill the remaining part of tank in. Here A can fill the tank in 6 hours, B can fill it in 15 hours. Now, when all three pipes are open, here C is a drain pipe. When all three open, they together fill 65% of tank in 6 hours. So in 6 hours, 65% of tank is filled by ABC together. That is, if total capacity is 100 units, 65 units filled in 6 hours by ABC together. Then 100 unit can be filled by ABC together in 6 by 65 into 100 hours, which is equal to 5 goes 13 times in 65, 20 times in 100. 120 by 13 hours. So this is the time taken from this fraction. So here ABC together can fill full tank in 120 by 13 hours. Now take the LCM of all these three because all are doing the same work. Here LCM of these three is equal to 120 units. So here total capacity of the tank actually is equal to 120 units. 6 into 20 is equal to 120. 15 into 8 is 120. 120 by 13 into 13 is 120. That is efficiency of A 20 unit, B 8 unit, ABC together 13 unit. From this efficiency of AB, we already know it is 20 plus 8, 28. But here together it is 13. So 28 minus 15 is 13, which means here efficiency of C is equal to 15 unit. This is a drain pipe. That is 15 unit drain out in 1 hour. Now question says initially A and C together opened for 8 hours. So in 8 hours, A fill 8 into 20, 160 unit and C drain 8 into 15, 120 units. So together they fill 160 minus 120, 40 unit. So in 8 hours, 40 unit is filled. Then remaining capacity of tank is equal to 120 minus 40. 120 minus 40 is equal to 80 units. So 80 units needs to be filled. After 8 hours, C is closed. Then B opened. So A and B together fill this 80 unit. Time taken by A and B is equal to, in 1 hour A and B together fill 28 units. So 80 unit is filled by 80 by 28 hours, which is equal to 4 goes 7 times in 28, 20 times in 80. 20 by 7 is equal to 7 goes 2 times in 14, remaining 6. So 6 by 7. Option 2 is your answer. 2 hour, 6 by 7 hours. You can also solve this question using 30 unit as capacity of time. When 86017123203 are divided by 2-digit number x, then remainder in each case is y. To express y is written as pqr square, where pqr are prime numbers. Then what is the value of p plus q plus r? Here remainder and divisor are common. In that case, each of these number we can write it as 860 is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Then all these numbers x and y are common term. Then if you take the difference between these numbers, remainder cancel, then the difference of these numbers is a factor of x. That is, here x is a common factor in difference of these numbers. So if you take HCF of these differences, we can find the value of x. So take the HCF of differences of these numbers. Here difference between these two numbers is equal to 712 plus 140, which is 812 plus 40, 852. Difference between these two is equal to 1203 plus 2000 minus 700 is 300. 300 minus 12 is 288. So this is 1488 plus 3 is 91. 1491. Difference between these two is equal to 2203 plus 140, which is 2343. Now take the common factorization. We need 2-digit highest common factor among these numbers. 4 into 4 goes 2 times in 8, 1 time in 5, and 3 times in 12. Again 3 goes 7 times in 21, 1 time in 3. Now 71 must be the 2-digit HCF. 2-digit HCF. Here let's check with this one. 7 goes 2 times in 14, 1 time in 9, and 3 times in 21. Here 213 is 3 into 71. So 71 is also a factor of 1491, which means here 71 is equal to x. If x is 71, find the remainder. That is, divide one number, any of this number, with 71. Then you will get the remainder. So from this remainder, y is equal to 71 goes 1 time in 86, remaining is equal to 15. So 71 goes 2 times in 142. Remaining is equal to 150 minus 142 is the remainder, which is 8. If remainder is 8, then 2x plus y is equal to 150. That is, 2x is 142 and y is equal to 8, so 150. So take the factorization of 150 here. We need factorization of 2x plus y. That is, 2x plus y we can write as pqr square. pqr are prime numbers. Take the prime factorization of 150. 25 into 6 is equal to 150. 6 is equal to 2 into 3. Now here 25 is 5 square and here we have 2 and 3. 25 is equal to 5 square. So here PQR means 2 plus 3 plus 5. Total 10. P plus Q plus R is 2 plus 3 plus 5, 10. Option 1 is your answer. What is the value following? Here first give priority to division. So 25 by 5 is equal to 5. So this will become 72 minus 5 into 2 is 10 divided by 6 into 5 is 30. So 30 plus 1 is 31. So this will become 62 by 31 is equal to 2. Option 2 is your answer. The ratio of alcohol and water in solution A and B is 3 is to 5 and 5 is to 7. 2 liters of A is mixed with 5 liters of B and 3 liters of alcohol is added to it to get a new solution C. In 1.5 liters of solution C, how much alcohol should be mixed so that ratio of alcohol and water in final solution become 2 is to 1. Here A contain alcohol and water in the ratio 3 is to 5 and B contain alcohol and water in the ratio 5 is to 7. Now 2 liters of solution A and 5 liters of solution B are taken together. Before adding this ratio, you have to check the ratio part. 3 plus 5 is 8 part and 5 plus 7 is 12 part. Here 8 part is not equal to 12 part. To add the ratio together, you have to equalize the ratio part. So take the LCM of 8 and 12, which is 24. 8 goes 3 times in 24, multiply first ratio with 3. 12 goes 2 times in 24, multiply second ratio with 2. Now we have equalized the part. Now you can cancel 2 and 2 from here. 3 into 3, 9. 5 into 5, 25. So 9 plus 5 is 25 is equal to 34. And here 5 into 3, 15. 7 into 5, 35. 35 plus 15 is equal to 50. Divided with 2, 17 is to 25. Now this is total 5 plus 2, 7 liter. When you add this solution together, this is total 7 liter and which is equal to 25 plus 17, 42 part. So from this 1 liter is equal to 6 part and you are adding 3 liter alcohol to it. So 3 liter alcohol means you can't add this 3 liter to 17 part. So 3 liter is equal to 3 into 6, 18 part. Now add this 18 part to 17 part, which is 35 part. And here you are adding 0 content to water part, which is 25 itself. Now cancel with 5, which is 7 is to 5. Now this is total 7 liter plus 3 liter, 10 liter solution. So when you are taking 1.5 liter of solution C, this is solution C. When you are taking 1.5 liter of solution C, the solution contains 7 is to 5 alcohol and water part. Even if you take just one drop, that solution will contain 7 is to 5 alcohol and water part. Now this is 1.5 liter and which is equal to 7 plus 5, 12 part. Now you are adding some liter of alcohol to it, then the ratio will become 2 is to 1. But here water content is 0 part. Water adding is 0 part. So this 1 part is equal to this 5 part. This 1 denote this 5 part. Then this 2 denote this 10 part. Now 7 part and 10 part difference is equal to 3 part. So this 3 part is equal to, here from this 12 part is 1.5 liter means we need answer in milliliter. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So 1.5 liter is equal to 1500 ml. Then from this find 3 part. 3 part is equal to 3 goes 4 times in 12. So divide it with 4. 4 goes 3 times in 12, 7 times in 28 and 5 times in 28. So 375 ml is our answer. When you add 375 ml, the ratio becomes 2 is to 1. So option 3 is your answer. Bala has thrice as much amount as that of Lilith and Lilith has 10% more amount than Vimal. If the average amount of all three of them is equal to 1350, then how much amount is with Bala? Here person who is not compared to another person is equal to Vimal. So take Vimal's amount as 100. Here I will take it as 10 for easy calculation. Now Lilith has 10% more than that of Vimal. So 10% more means 100% is Vimal's amount is 10. 10% is equal to 1. So 1 plus 10 is 11 is with Lilith. And Bala has thrice as much amount as that of Lilith. Lalit has 11. Then thrice of 11 is equal to 33. So amount with Bala is equal to 33. Now here average of these three. Average of these three means total is equal to 33 plus 11 plus 10 is equal to 54. Then average of these three is equal to 18 part. So 18 part is given as 1350 in the question. Then find one part. 9 goes 2 times in 18, 9 goes 1 time in 13, 5 times in 45, here 0. 2 goes 75 times in 150. So one part is 75 means amount with Bala is equal to 33 part. So 33 part is equal to 33 into 75. 75 is equal to 25 into 3. 3 into 33, 99. So 99 into 25 is our answer. 99 I can write it as 100 minus 1. So 25 into 100 is 2500 and 25 into 1, 25. So amount is equal to 2475. Option 3 is your answer. Amit sells 2 pens at the rate of 1500 per pen. He earns a profit of 25% on one pen and losses 25% on other pen. What will be the total profit or loss in whole transaction? We need answer in rupees. Here, in first case, profit is 25%. 25% means 1 by 4. So plus 1 by 4 means if 4 part is the cost price, 1 part is profit generated. That is 1 plus 4, 5 part is the set price here. So 5 part is given as 1500 rupees here. Then 1 part is equal to 300 rupees, which means here profit is 1 part, which is 300 rupees. This is profit. So plus 300. Now, loss is also 25% here, means minus 1 by 4. That is, here if 4 part is the cost price, 1 part is the loss. 4 minus 1, 3 part is the selling price, and 3 part is given as 1500 rupees, then 1 part is equal to 500. And here loss is also 1 part, which is 500 rupees. So here overall means plus 300 minus 500 is minus 200. That is 200 rupees loss. Option 3 is your answer. A person borrows some money for 2 years at a certain rate of simple interest. If the ratio of principal and total interest is 5 is to 4, then what is the annual rate of interest? Here, principal and interest ratio is 5 is to 4. That is, when you invest 5 rupees in a bank, after 2 years, you will get total 5 plus 4, 9 rupees. That is, here, 4 rupees is the interest generated in 2 years. Then 2 rupees is the interest generated in 1 year. So here rate is equal to 2 rupee generated out of this 5 rupee principal in 1 year. If you convert it into percentage, 2 by 5 is 40 percentage. 5 goes 20 times in 100, 20 into 20, 40. Option 2 is your answer. That is 2 rupees interest generated out of 5 rupee principal in 1 year. So 40 percentage. The sum of two numbers is 176 and the difference is 16. What's the ratio of two numbers? Here actual sum is 176. Take the ratio sum. Here 6 plus 5 is 11 part, and here 3 plus 2 5 part, and 6 plus 1 7 part. Here also 5 plus 2 7 part. Here 176 not divisible by 5 7. So option 1 is your answer. 176 is divisible by 11. Here 11 part is 176, which is possible because 176 divisible by 11. But 5 part cannot be 176 and 7 part cannot be 176. So all other options eliminated. A sum of rupees 2600 is lent out at simple interest in two parts. One part at the annual rate of 18% and another part at the annual rate of 25%. If the total annual interest is rupees 520, then what is the sum lent out at the rate of 25% per annum? Here we can use allocation method. One part lent at 18% and another part lent at 25%. Now, combined annual interest from these two is equal to 520 rupees. This is in rupees. So find out the percentage with respect to this 520 rupees. This 520 rupees is received from this 2600 rupees principal. Now convert it into percentage. Percentage and percentage cancel. 26 goes 20 times in 520. So 20% is the interest rate with respect to this 520 rupees. Now this 20% received from this 18% and 25% principal. So write it here. Now use the allocation. Difference between 18 and 20 is equal to 2. Write it here. Difference between 25 and 20 is 5. Write it here. Now 5 is to 2 is the ratio, which is the ratio of principal 1 and principal 2. So total 5 plus 2, 7 part is the total principal here, which is given as 2600. Then 7 goes 3 times in 21, 7 times in 49 and 1 time in 7. So 371.x. So 2 part is the sum lent out at the 25% annum. Sum lent out at 25% annum is P2, which is 2 part. So 2 part is equal to 2 into 371, which is 2, 2 into 7, 14, 2 into 3 plus 1, 7, 742. Option 2 is your answer. Two trains C and D start moving from stations R and S respectively towards each other. Train take 4 hours 16 minutes and 3 hours 45 minutes to reach S and R respectively after they meet each other. If the speed of train C is 60 km per hour, then what is the speed of train D? Here after they meet, time ratio is equal to root of T2 by T1 is equal to S1 by S2. Now if you substitute the value here, first train takes 4 hours 16 minutes. 4 into 60, 240. 240 plus 16 is equal to 256 minutes. And second train takes 3 hours 45. 3 into 60, 180 plus 45, 225 minutes. So root 225 divided by 256 is in the same ratio. Here speed of first train is 60 km per hour. And speed of second train is 2. Now this is equal to 15 divided by 16 is in the same ratio. 60 divided by S2. 15 goes 4 times in 60. So here S2 here is equal to 16 into 4, 64 kilometer per hour. This is in kilometer per hour. So option 1 is your answer. A and B run 5.5 kilometer race on a 500-meter long circular track starting from the same point simultaneously in the same direction. The speed of A is 50% faster than B. Which of the following statement is or are correct? A and B meet for the first time after the starting the race when A covers 1200 meter. A and B meet 3 times during the race. First we have to find out time of meet, which is equal to length of track divided by relative speed. Here length of track is 500 meter and relative speed means if I'm taking speed of B as V, then A is 50% faster than V means 1.5 V. Or if I'm taking speed of B as 100 meter per second, then A is equal to 50% more than 100, that is 150 meter per second. This is an assumption, but it will cancel each other. That is 150 minus 100 is equal to 50. So this is equal to 10 seconds. Then distance traveled by A in that 10 second is equal to 10 into speed of A is equal to 150 meter per second. So this is 1500 meter, but here it is 1200. So statement 1 is incorrect. Now in first 10 second, A cover 1500. That is in their first meeting. So in their third meeting, A cover 3 into 1500, that is 4500. But if I'm taking fourth meeting means in 40 seconds, I cover 6000 meter. That is not possible because race is only for 5500 meter. So statement 2 is correct. That is option 4 is our answer. Only statement 2 is correct. Naman sells an item at rupees X after giving 2 successive discount each of 10% on its marked price. If he does not give any discount on the marked price, he earns a profit of 25%. The cost price of item is 800 rupees. What is the value of X? Here cost price is equal to 800 rupees. And If it does not give any discount on marked price, it is same as sell price. That is, marked price without discount is equal to sell price. Now here in this case, profit is 25%. So 25% profit from 800 means 25% of 100 is 25. So 25% of 800 means 8 into 25, 200. 800 plus 200 is 1000 rupees is the marked price here. Now here two successive discount of 10 percentages, that is minus 10 plus minus 10 is minus 20, minus 10 into minus 10 is plus 100. So 100 by 100 means 1. Minus 20 plus 1 is minus 19 percentage. So minus 19 percentage is the two successive discount. Overall two successive discount. So 10 percentage of 1000 is 100, 1% is 10, 19% is 190. 1000 minus 190 is equal to 810. So selling price here is equal to 810. Option 2 is your answer.